Hello and welcome to the Hespect MMA podcast, where we cover MMA's hottest headlines, fight card bouts, fighter drama, discuss fight predictions, media giants, and basically all things MMA related. Made by fans, for the fans. This is your host, Hespectful Keith, and I'd love for you to come and join me here, often visited by special guest and best friend of mine, codenamed Throb, Lowe, as we share our memories, takes, and opinions on the frequently changing landscape that is MMA. Now, without further ado, let's MMA and chill. All right. Let me get my fucking notes here. That's one thing I said to myself. Maybe I should control the swearing, because I think I was a little too excited with our new guest Brian there, and just started going off with the F bomb. Yeah.
Getting back into it.
Yeah. So a little backstory on that though. Brother. I haven't told you. I wanted to just tell you the next time we do the pod. Yeah. So you know how he's my coworker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not my coworker anymore. I got let go.
Oh fuck.
Fuck's sakes, right?
God damn.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it was. I had a little leg and stomach pain, so I took 2 days off. But like I'm telling you, man, like I'm there, and I know that there's other guys who aren't there as much as me. And I don't know what it is. I do make more mistakes than the usual person there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's
Who
what
knows,
it was, and I think they were just looking for a reason. Because when I went in on Friday, I was like, tried to get my doctor's note. And my boss, Adam, he stood up and he's like, listen, we're just going to end the contract here, buddy. Appreciate everything you've done.
Oh man.
Like, dude, I was actually so taken back. I couldn't, like, I didn't have a response. I was like, oh, all right. Just fucking walked.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Everything seemed fine, but again,
Yeah. Who knows?
I know.
Maybe there's like a big string of people getting cut.
There's a guy that walked out, and then 2 other guys that got let go while I was there. So
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know. Just I didn't know I was on the chopping block that early. But anyways, I kept in touch with Brian. He said he'll hop on a future pod if anything. So
Oh yeah.
that's all good. All right, so welcome back, everybody. It is episode 28. This is Hespectful Keith reporting in with Throb Lowe. Maybe my brother will join in later. Here for a nice little year-end pod.
Yeah.
Gonna look back on the recent cards and maybe some other ones throughout the year. We started this pod in December of 2020, bro, and we released a pilot episode on January 11th of 2021. So,
Oh damn. Really?
yeah, we're riding in on 2 years here. You know, even
Damn.
though it's episode 28, I think it's I think it's awesome that we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that's more than what? It's more than an episode every 2 months.
Yeah.
The averages.
Out there. The average.
But no, it's been good. Awesome having you as a host as well. And then obviously
Yeah.
when you have guests on, those are also always colorful. Yo, should I text your brother Brendan? You think he would join in?
I don't know.
I don't know, let me send
I
a
think
quick
he'd
text.
probably.
Oh, you think he's busy or?
No, I think he'd probably just pass on it.
Oh shit. Okay. Hey, wants to play COD?
Yeah. I don't know.
Doesn't want to do the COD pod?
I don't know. I don't know what it is these days. I don't know what he's
Yeah.
playing.
I'll try. Is this
Yeah, I might
still
as well
his
just message
number?
him.
Is 204-998
Yeah, let me see.
XX87? This shit's going online. Don't want some creep calling Brendan.
No, that's not.
Oh damn. Could you text it to me then? I'll shoot him a text.
Yeah, here, 1 second.
Yeah, I put my SIM card into one of my wife's old phones because I didn't realize it was so much better than my current phone.
Yeah.
She doesn't even use it anymore. And dude, this thing, like, I don't know, it dug into like the SIM card and pulled out all these freaking numbers that I didn't even know
Oh, it did
I
some
had
kind
it.
of syncing thing?
Yeah,
Some
there's
feature like that? It
some kind
did
of
it on
sync
by
happening.
itself?
Dude, I fucking Alana Ducharme's phone number was in here, bro.
How lo Damn, that's an old ass SIM card, man.
Yeah, bro. I don't think I've ever changed it ever since I no, I think I changed it
That's a long time
once.
ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I've had it for like over 10 years or something. Okay. Let's test
Yeah,
this on the phone.
that's pretty old school. Something, man. Maybe you synced it, with the cloud or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah,
And then
I
when
don't
you
know.
put it in your phone, it's just like, "Yeah, let's just download all this fucking data that we have for him."
That could possibly be it, man. Who knows? Or maybe like with
Something
the
like
other
that, man. Who knows?
phones. Because I remember for a while I was just saving it to the phone. I was tired of uh I don't know what I was tired of. I just wanted to feel like I'm starting fresh, right? So I don't want to bring all old numbers through. So I was just saying, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do contacts by the phone. And then when I put into this one, I don't know, maybe she had her settings on contacts by SIM card or something. And then
Yeah.
that shit happened. Okay, let me just quickly text you, bro. Doing it. Maybe if I make it sound special, say year-end pod. We're doing a year-end pod, Brad.
Yeah.
Come through, Brennan. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, it's been 2 years for the Hespect MMA pod. Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's trippy to think about.
Dude, what do you think? Have we gone too far? Because like I keep thinking back on like when I wanted to name it MMA and Chill, but there was other pods already called MMA and Chill, but they're not active anymore. Not posting episodes.
I don't know.
Like I don't know if
I don't know,
I.
man. Name change?
What's up?
Rebranding?
Rebranding? Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about it, man? I mean, you're the other host, man. You got a little bit of say in this.
I don't know. I don't know. I like the name.
Respect MMA.
This one?
I like it too.
Yeah.
Even though we are all
Yeah.
often disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever then. I'll think about it. Probably not. Fuck it. Just we've already gone this far. That's what I keep thinking.
Yeah, the ball is already rolling.
Yeah. So fuck it. Anyways, other than that, oh, tongue click. Gosh, fucking stop that shit. I wanted to, I wanted to give a thanks to anyone who might have been here from episode 1. Holy shit! If you're listening, I don't know who the fuck you are. Fucking
Yeah, I
creep.
know.
Thanks.
Yeah, we appreciate the love, man.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're a new listener and you're listening now, you found this somehow. Um,
Dug
thanks as
deep, man.
well. Yeah, okay. You're obviously an MMA fan. Maybe a hardcore one. Obviously, I don't know if you're listening to this. You might be a hardcore MMA fan because
Yeah.
you ain't finding this too easily. All right. So without further ado, let's chomp at it. Let's continue our dialogue from the last episode that we did with Brian. I think it was after UFC 281, eh? So we did
Okay.
like briefly touch on Nzikwichu and QT Lava. Just gonna give a little love, a little quick shout out, quick recognition to Kennedy, the African Savage. Nzikwichu, yeah, he TKO'd QT Lava in round 2. I didn't catch it myself. You catch it?
I don't know. That was a while back. I
Yeah,
probably saw it, but it's hard to recall specific ones.
I don't even think I even saw a highlight. Sorry, gotta show my casual people. But QT
Yeah.
Lava, man, he goes to finish or get finished. I'm sure it was a glorious death. So, anybody want to check that out? I'm gonna check it out, I guess, sometime after this. I was trying to check some highlights out. Honestly, only checked out Raul Rosas. I don't know if you heard about him, that
Oh yeah,
18-year-old
that young
phenom.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Touch base on him very soon. After that card, fight night, was it 216 or whatever? That was in November, and then in December, first card was Thompson versus Holland. You catch any of those ones?
No, I missed that one.
Yeah, me too.
I just
I
happened
think I
to go
paid the
through.
price on that one. Did you happen to see the results though?
Yeah, what's it called? Holland lost, right?
Yeah, he TKO'd Kevin Holland. It was a corner stoppage. I guess they had seen enough at the end of
Okay.
round 4 there. But yeah, you saw he got RDA there too. He got he defeated Brian Barberina by submission neck crank in the second round. Good
Yeah.
RDA, man. That guy's it's like timeless, I guess. Still
Yeah.
doing it at what was this 38? Holy shit.
Yeah, he's got
46
a
pro
ton of fights.
fights.
Yeah, that's what's
He's-
surprising.
Yeah, and Barberena, he had that really good bout with Robbie Lawler. I don't know if he had any bouts after that, did he? No, he
No,
did
I don't think
not.
so.
No,
I
so
think
yeah,
Lawler
he
was
was.
supposed to fight recently or upcoming, but it got scrapped for some reason. I think Lawler may
Oh,
have
I
gotten
think I
to it.
read something about like that too. Yeah, yeah. I don't know which one it was too. I'd have to check, but I'm gonna pass on that one. Yeah, it's good luck to Robbie Lawler there. But yeah, Brian Barberina, he was kind of streaking for a while there. So I think RDA was the company's way of saying, okay, you want to get the next step, buddy?
Yeah,
Pulling
this
their
is
pants
your
up.
yeah. Put your big boy pants on.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. RDA showing that he's a wily veteran. He's not gonna let anybody push him over because he's not a pushover. Shout out to
Yeah,
RDA
exactly.
there. Oh, also seeing. I'm hearing about this guy once in a while, Roman Dolitz. I haven't really followed him, but he's rising through the middleweight rankings. Right, you got that TKO on Jack Hermanson in this card. You see any of his work or?
I'm trying to do it up here, but it's hard without a keyboard going.
No, no, it's all good, man. It's all good. Anyways, I'm
One was
sure
that
you'll hear about him.
the Ankalaev card with for the title, or was that
No,
the?
this was the Thompson Holland card, but he
Oh,
might
okay.
be on there. Who knows? Who knows? Because he's been putting work in. He's going up. He's kind of the dark horse right now because middleweights got all that noise going on at the top there now, especially with Poatan beating Izzy.
Yeah.
So we'll see where Deletes goes. But as far as I know, let me quickly look at his record here. As far as I know, he's been making a slow rise there. Yeah, he had the KO on Phil Hawes that made some noise. KO on Kyle Dawkins, and then TKO
Oh
on
yeah.
Jack Hermanson now, who's a big
Yeah,
name.
those
So,
are those are very worthwhile names.
so like, yeah, we'll see if he keeps making noise. 3-fight win streak right now. That's a notable win there.
Yeah, he's got to get probably going to get a just as notable name afterwards. Whoever he decides to go against next.
Yeah, after Jack Hermanson, what's he? Yeah, he's ranked 8 now. Deletes. He got the 8 ranking. I don't know if you remember the rankings currently. Let me pull them if you don't. But yeah,
Yeah,
who
yeah, I
would
got
you
you.
put him against? As far as I know, he's kind of one of those grinding guys, you know, grapples, heavy punches, you know,
Yeah,
like ground control, wear you down, make you quit type shit. As far as I know, I could be wrong. You know, let a fan comment down the road and be like, "Yeah, man, the fuck are you talking about, bro?"
yeah. I don't know. I think you can't put too much stock into a Paulo Costa fight happening with how like I don't know. That guy's just out of his mind. It seems.
He's loving social media right now.
Yeah,
He just found some kind of talent and entertainment online, and I can't lie, man, it's working out for him. I'm not even
yeah.
mad.
I mean, I don't know what he's always talking about with his contracts and everything, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Strickland looks good. I don't know if Brunson or Cannonier or anyone would want to fight that far down.
hmm Oh, I think the yeah, Brunson or Strickland. I'd say even more.
Kelvin Gastelum is way lower, but I mean, I don't think he has a fight coming up. That would be a good name for him to add to it. Would be good
Yeah,
for
for sure.
Kelvin if he could get a win, also, right? The new guy who's like, what is that, 5 ranks above you?
Yeah, honestly, I was on Instagram the other day. Let me just quickly double check here because Calvin had posted that he's announcing something soon. Uh, yeah, nothing yet. Oh wait, is this it? There you go. Yeah, January 14th. He's headlining versus Imavov.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I do like the contrast of having Brunson or Strickland in there because Strickland can wrestle, but he prefers to strike, and Derek can
Yeah.
strike, but he prefers to wrestle. Yeah, so those are good contrasts for Roman. We'll see what he ends up landing. Even Vittori, if Vittori's down, you know that guy just wants to fucking destroy everybody. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he needs another fight, right?
Mhm.
You never know with because I would imagine Izzy's gonna get the rematch, right? Because
Oh, for
like
sure,
what
for sure. Yeah,
four or
once he
five,
comes
there's no
back.
reason. Yeah. And then depending on how that goes, I don't know if they'll want to sell a trilogy right away. But
Oh, yeah, that's true, eh? That's true. Might be a bit of a timeline there if Izzy ends up taking it back.
yeah, Whitaker just had a fight. I forget who it was against, but it was Costa, right?
Let's see.
I think it
Hugo.
was. But it got canceled for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, a fight
That's what I
coming
mean
up, you
when I
meant.
say
Okay.
yeah. He had they were scheduled, I was pretty sure. That's what I thought. And then, Costa goes on social media and starts saying, you know, they never sent me the contract, blah blah blah. I don't know what he's talking about, but it seemed like it was a done deal.
Yeah. Well, right here it says right now February 11th for them. So I don't know if
Okay,
something
so
ended
maybe
up
it's
working
still
out or if it's
yeah, see that's
still
what
in the air.
you see, Costa's posts getting thrown around all over the place and you
Yeah, yeah.
God damn it, man, just
You
think it out,
confusing
okay?
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just think
okay.
it out before you hit send.
Like, come on. Wait. Is this the serious Costa or are you fucking with us right now, Paulo?
Yeah,
Come on, you need to let us know
god
because
damn.
this is serious business, man. We want to know when Whitaker's fighting. Okay, it's bigger
Yeah.
than you right now. Yeah, I'd love to see that in February. Fucking make it in January, but hopefully that goes down. Yeah, for sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's move forward into some more of the review there. Yeah, you were talking about UFC 282, right? Yep, Jan Blachowicz and Magomed Ankalaev. Um, dude, before we get to that though, let's talk about that 18-year-old phenom, Mr. Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. He just yeah, he added some flair to the El Nino nickname that a lot of Mexicans
Yeah.
usually have. Um, so what does that mean, El Nino Problema? Because El
I'm
Nino
not
is
sure.
what, a little hurricane or something like that. I think that's what it
Something
means.
like that. Something to do with the weather, right?
So like this is a little hurricane problem. Yeah,
I guess so.
I guess so. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but he's definitely doing well for himself.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, oh god, the meme. You see the memes too? Like the funniest one I seen was like Raul Rosas coming back to school after getting his first win in the UFC, and then there's like a bunch of like high school chicks looking back and smiling at the camera.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, yeah, buddy, get it. Yeah, man. At 18-year-old, youngest fighter to get signed and get a win. Finished it with a face crank too. You don't really see that often.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, what you think? You ended up seeing this card?
No, this is another one I missed.
Oh, okay. Like you
Wait,
didn't
what day
you didn't
was
see.
this?
Oh, this was the Blahovic Ankalaev card.
December 10th. Okay. No, I don't remember.
Anyways, yeah. He's the only fight I kind of really looked back on because a lot of people are making noise about him, and yeah, man. Definitely a lot of potential there. Didn't get to see a lot of striking, although I think it was Anik mentioned that he was a striker that went into grappling. So it's like that was his base, and he went into MMA because he got some grappling up. So I don't know. His grappling looked great. Control was great. Yeah, he did what he had to do to get the opponent on his belly and prevent reversals or getting taken off the top of the
Yeah,
back. And yeah, he got the face crank, obviously. So, and that was in
nice.
the first round. So,
Yeah, I mean, staying cool like that, and your debut on like the pay-per-view night,
hmm
18 years old. That's no small thing, right?
yeah, dude.
That's like the biggest stage, right?
Yeah, he was so cool, man. Like he wasn't sweating, didn't even look nervous. Like it's kind of creepy. Like for an 18-year-old to handle the pressure like that. Yeah, man, it was very impressive to see as a fan. Because like even these older guys, you could see it in their eyes. You could see it as they jump in spot. Like they're locked in. They're maybe a little too intense, or maybe they're worried about something. This guy
Yeah,
didn't was one. He wasn't worried about anything.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely a good sign, right?
hmm
Because there's gonna be a lot of hype on him for a long time.
hmm
Either until he gets, how far up the ladder and eats that first loss. I mean, look at people still talking about O'Malley, right? The first loss he had.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how it works.
hmm And who knows, man? Bantamweight, really steamy right now. Who knows? They might run into each other one day. When
Yeah,
Raul is 20, 21, 19, who knows? Depends on how fast they push him, right?
yeah, exactly.
Who knows at his age? Yeah, sky's the limit, though. So shout out to Mr. Rosas Jr. there. Uh, little hurricane problem. And into the main card there. Yeah, he headed the prelims too, man. All love to
Yeah.
that guy. But yeah, heading into the main card there. Um, did you hear anything about Ilya Tupuria taking out Bryce Mitchell, giving him his first L?
No, I remember now that it was right when Darren Till was coming out that I started watching. So I had this Topuria Mitchell. I had just missed it.
Okay, okay. Well, just to cover it a little bit, this Ilya guy, he's been tearing it up at featherweight. Another one of these dark horse situations. 13-0 now. Took the undefeated O from Bryce Mitchell. And Bryce Mitchell was intense the whole time up until the submission, and he even had Bryce reconsidering his career path at some point. There's some clips about that, but I think he'll be okay. Anyways, this Ilya guy,
Yeah.
yeah, dark horse. He got into it with Paddy Pimblett during the press conferences, and he's a thick featherweight, so he said no problem. I can make lightweight if Paddy wants it. I think just want to mention that because we might end up seeing it down the road.
Yeah.
hmm Anyways, Ilya, yeah, really talented guy. Paddy Pimblett,
Yeah.
we'll talk about him soon. I do want to
New
ask you though. Oh, what's up? Go
new
ahead.
little rise of new stars, right? Like
Yeah.
O'Malley's just coming to that point where he's reaching. He kind of proved, regardless of how close it was or who thought Jan won, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, like he's just getting to that level, and now we got like what Paddy Pimblett and Rojas. What's his name? Rojas.
Yeah, Raul.
Yeah,
Either or.
yeah. They got they got some good options going for, their next big thing right now.
Yeah, I feel it too, man. And yeah, it's good that you say that because it kind of reminds me, and it's been highlighted by this event, and we should take a moment to talk about it. The passing of Stephen Bonner.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
God
So
damn.
Stephen Bonner, for any new listeners, any new fans, absolute pioneer, like ground
Yeah.
zero. He was part of the reason why the UFC was able to survive in the beginning. I wasn't a fan at that time. Uh, Throbby here, him and his brother were watching it now and then at that time, and yeah, this guy had fought someone named Forrest Griffin in the finale of The Ultimate Fighter, which still runs today from time to time. And yeah, it was the first one, and their fight was so good that it just boosted UFC's ratings. UFC was
Yeah.
basically digging itself its own grave at that point before that fight. And
It was literally the gold standard for like a decade after that.
Mhm.
Every fight had to, every card had to have some kind of superstar name attached to it or some kind of hook. That's just how they grew, right? When you set the bar that high, the way Griffin and Bonner did, they gotta keep trying to find new ridiculous ways to outlive it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I haven't heard anything from Forrest yet. Have you seen anything? Heard anything?
No, not really.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I've seen a lot of posts and things like that from different places, but obviously there's going to be a lot of them because he's such an icon, right?
yeah, for sure. I am interested in Forrest's response though, because like so often the fighters say, when you compete against each other, you leave something in there with each other, and it's like,
Yeah,
they were fighting each other on a very special night, which helped out the sport of MMA, and I wonder how it is to like, what's your thought process when you have a night like that with someone, and now you heard they're gone,
yeah.
Yeah.
45 is still young too.
That's not very far away from
Oh,
us.
yeah, exactly, right?
Fuck's sakes.
Not very far.
Yeah. Yeah, heart complications apparently. Haven't gotten the full
Yeah,
details, but yeah. This year has been pretty rough, man. Who else? Rumble Johnson. Unfortunately, I didn't mention him last
yeah,
episode. I was intending to and totally dropped the ball. My apologies, people. Yeah, Rumble, obviously, what is that? Title contender once or twice?
yeah,
This guy went from welterweight to light heavyweight.
yeah.
He was a light heavyweight
Still
cutting
can't
to,
believe
sorry.
what he looked like when he was cutting down to 170.
Yeah, dude. He was a light heavyweight cutting down to welterweight, and it was bonkers. It was bonkers. And he didn't do it for long. He couldn't do it for long. Couldn't even cut down to middleweight. Fought Vitor Belfort or something at a catch weight.
Yeah,
Yeah, so RIP to him. Yeah, he had an undisclosed condition. It came out that it was something like colon cancer or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, so RIP to him. Rest in power, Rumble Johnson. Condolences to the family and such. Same for Stephen Bonner. And then,
Definitely was a rough year.
Mhm.
Elias Theodoro, that was this year too, right?
Yeah, so that was kind of like the number one this year, like the first fighter to fall, unfortunately. And he's a guy that's from here, Canada. Shout out to all
Yeah,
Canadians. He's from Ontario, Mississauga. I actually just moved from there in October of this year. Yeah, he
yeah,
was really good at connecting with fans. He replied to a lot of my comments on Instagram. His family had a public funeral. I wanted to go. I felt like maybe I felt too awkward, man. The chance was
yeah.
there, but
Get
yeah,
it?
yeah. Yeah. R.I.P. to him. Rest in power, Elias. He was breaking a lot of barriers as trying to get
Yeah, he
cannabis
definitely was.
legalized. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was professional MMA's first ring boy as well.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to that. Yeah, buddy. Go Elias. Go
He's,
Canada.
he had an entertaining style though in his fights as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And what was his record? 18-3, I think. That's a damn good record.
Yeah, he had a very good record. And yeah, it was unfortunate when he got let go by the UFC as well. But then he went on to do all those crazy things like getting
Yeah,
cannabis athletes legalized and
he built a
such.
brand and continued with it, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I remember too. Like I messaged him about he was on this episode of Shark Tank. I was just watching it with my wife, and randomly one day, Elias Theodoro pops up. He's got no shirt, but he's got the vest and the little bow tie. You know what I mean? Like the little waiter
Yeah,
suit. he was like he was supporting someone show a product or something, and I was like, wait a minute, is this him? And like I saw a tattoo on his arm, and I started Google referencing images of him. I was like, it's freaking Elias Theodore. What the hell's he doing on
yeah.
Shark Tank?
He's just like, oh yeah, my friend's got this idea. Let me use my image, right?
Yeah, my good
Sell
looks.
that shit.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
responded. He's I forgot what he said. I had it saved somewhere, but he was surprised and he was like, "Yeah, that was me on Shark Tank." Like, holy shit, man. That's good,
That's
man.
hilarious.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that guy, man. That's good. Yeah, so a rough year, man. Fucking
Yeah.
3 fighters going down. Kind of you see all these new fighters coming out, and it's kind of that's life, circle of life, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, big stuff right there for sure. Moving up. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you because I actually didn't catch this one. I had to do some shit. How did Darren Till look, man? Like, what went on, man? He's been training with Hamzat.
Yeah, I don't think he's been training with
You don't think
uh
it's just been
yeah,
it's just been
it's just
clips.
social media, man. It's just social media. They're just buddies. They don't actually
Oh
train together.
shit! So was it
Yeah, I
that
don't know,
bad?
man. It's
Was it that bad?
yeah, I mean, he was
Damn.
getting, some shots in and everything while I was standing, but the general story of it was that he was getting taken down, right? He was getting held down.
Damn.
He was still eating some shots.
Seriously.
Yeah, it just he looked like Darren Till, just a little more meat on his bones, right?
Fuck. Damn, man. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, man. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah,
Yeah, like such big hype behind him. Such a big hype. Kind of like following or kind of around the
yeah.
time McGregor
Had
was.
some fights fall out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that too. All the injuries. Damn, man. That sucks. That sucks. I'm almost like scared to watch it back because I'm a big Darren Phil tin.
Yeah,
I'm a big Darren Till fan, and yeah, it's hard to watch him lose, and he's been doing a lot of that lately. All due respect.
yeah. It's not like he got mauled on the ground or anything,
Yeah,
but by the time it was done, that's kind of where it ended. I think he got knocked down actually, and then he got cranked on.
yeah, and that's not to take away from two blesties. I've been seeing this guy. He's been popping up. Obviously, he's up
Yeah,
in the rankings there as well. You're talking about middleweight a lot there, man. Jesus Christ, it's turning into lightweight at middleweight. It's just like dangerous.
yeah,
But yeah, Duplessis, man, he can do it all, man. He's got the submissions. He can take you to decision, can KO you. Yeah, I'd like to see where he's headed. Well, who knows? Maybe he'll end up fighting. What's his face? Who we're talking about there? Deletes. Maybe those two will end up scrapping.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So the bottom of the middleweight ranking ladder board is getting kind of hot, man. It's getting kind of steamy
yeah.
down there.
The top is a little more stale than it was a year or so ago,
Hmm. Well,
because now you gotta settle the Pereira Adesanya business, and then you gotta see, as long as Adesanya's not champion, Whitaker gets the next shot, right?
mhm. So what do you think?
So that's kind of like the next year playing out.
Do you think they're gonna hold off and let Izzy get in first, or do you think they're just gonna let Izzy get back and put in Robert first if he wins against Costa?
Whitaker beats Costa. I think they're gonna do Izzy Pereira 2,
Oh, okay.
and then if Izzy wins, then I think they'll figure out a new challenger because Pereira, all he did was win it, right? He doesn't really get an immediate rematch, even if it's a trilogy.
Hmm. What if it's close again though?
But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? You never know what they're gonna do when they have a trilogy on the line, right? Because that sells.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think the only way Whitaker gets a title shot anytime soon is if they do the Izzy Pereira 2 and Pereira is the one who wins. So then Izzy has to get back in line, and then Whitaker would face him.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think Whitaker's kind of shelved for a while as far as the title goes.
Well, I've been
Just because Izzy, right?
I've been hearing that Izzy wants to sit out for a bit. So I don't know if I'm misunderstanding that whether the winner of Costa Whitaker was gonna get Pereira and then Izzy was gonna come back and get a title shot. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that, but that's my understanding. That's what I think is gonna happen. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean that could always happen too, right? Maybe Izzy just doesn't want to fight again right away.
Mhm.
At that point, I think they'll probably do Costa Whitaker winner.
Have you seen the highlights of Izzy training though? Apparently he's really working on his grappling now. Getting those judo tosses in,
Oh yeah,
top control game.
yeah, exactly right. Maybe
Let's see.
that's why he wants to. Maybe that's why he wants to take some time off, shore up his grappling game. That way he can deal with the physical size difference between him and Pereira,
Yeah,
or the
that'd be a nice
strength difference.
strategy. Dude, if he comes back and he starts
Yeah,
like GSP in the competition, yeah, that would be the greatest thing to see. You know, the
yeah,
evolution
exactly right.
of a master kickboxer.
He's got that kind of competitive mind, right? You got to see.
Hopefully we will. Oh,
Right.
your brother just responded. He said he's still working. Unfortunately. Oh, that's all good.
Oh yeah, I think I remember him saying something about that on Saturday
All
or
good, man.
Sunday.
All good. It's still episode 28. We all good, man. He'll jump in on another one.
Yeah.
Just no COD pod. Okay, Brendan? No COD pod.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Okay, so where were we at there? Yeah, sad for Darren Till. Word up to Draces. Um, let's go on to highlight Santiago Ponzinibbio turning back the clock again.
Yeah.
TKO over Alex Morono. Yo, man, when Santiago lands, people fall. You know.
Yeah,
That guy's
exactly.
right hand. That guy's right hand's awesome. But
Yeah, he was getting kind of sloppy towards the end there, but he got that straight. That kind of
mhm.
wobbled him a little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good though. That's good. Word up to Santiago. I don't know, man. At this point, 38. Still talking about the title, so you gotta love the enthusiasm. But I don't know. What do you think? When he first came back, right, with his fight with Li Jingliang, it seemed like he's gonna get onto it now. He's gonna start soaring to the title. Shit's gonna keep rolling for him. Fortunately,
No, that's not how it played out.
unfortunately not. So 2-3 now.
Since he
I
came
don't
back.
know. What do you think is next for Santiago here? Should we just keep putting him in some exciting fights? Are we trying to see if he can climb to the top there? Is he ready for a top 15? What do you think, man?
I think I don't know how well I see him, making a title run. But yeah, I think he's kind of in a situation where he's, just an entertaining name on the board now.
Mhm.
Because like if he's not on the board yet, right? Hold on, let me check.
No, I think
No,
he's
doesn't
fallen
look
out
like
of
it.
it, but he was in there at some
Yeah,
point.
I mean, I think you could definitely hover on the name board for a couple more years. Like go top 10 to 15, maybe approaching top 5. But yeah, I mean, welterweight being what it is, I'm just not seeing him making it to the title.
Yeah, the path does not seem too clear in that regard. All due respect, especially at his age. It's just kind of father
Yeah,
time thing from one fan to one
yeah,
fighter.
exactly.
Yeah, still though, good career for him, man. He got as far as he did before his sickness unfortunately derailed the possibilities there.
Yeah,
But
a
word
lot of
up,
his prime years.
hmm for sure. Yeah, word up to him though, for sure. Yeah, I'm down to see either or. Maybe rematch Li Jingliang. Let's see if he wins, ends up
Yeah,
KOing Li Jingliang. Let's go, man. What's the next fight?
yeah, he's still definitely an entertaining fighter, right? He adds value to whatever card you put him on.
Yeah, he definitely goes for it. Exciting fighter. He deserves it. Yeah, let's go into the co-main there with Patty though. So, do you follow Patty at all? You can be honest and just tell me. No, I don't fucking follow this
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, whenever I see something, I'll laugh at it, kind of thing, but I don't go out of my way for it. It's
Oh,
more
okay.
just seeing the memes people make of him.
Yeah. You happen to see the fight with Jared Gordon?
Yeah, I don't remember the entire fight, but I wasn't as upset as people thinking it was. Maybe I didn't see or pay much attention to it at that point, but yeah, I wasn't too upset about him getting the decision. I didn't
Mm.
think he won. but I don't think it was like, you know how every other card, it's the worst robbery of all time.
Yeah, fucking robbery. That word became way too famous. Way too famous.
Yeah, I don't think he won. I think it should have gone the other way, but
Yeah, I agree.
it wasn't that far.
Sorry, Paddy. So we don't agree. We don't agree, man. Sorry, laddie. Sorry, Batty. Sorry, Patty. He got hit a lot, bro. He got hit a lot. He
Yeah,
got,
and they were stiff, right?
like, dude, he's got a good chin. But when someone tells you you have a good chin, mm.
Yeah, you can take it as a compliment, right? But that
Yeah.
means you get hit a lot, man.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that's what I was seeing, and then in the third round, I saw control time. Patty's like, "Oh, I was just coasting it." Well, then you don't deserve this decision anyway. What do you mean
Yeah.
coasting it? That's exactly what Dana hates.
Yeah, you got punched in the face a bunch of times, and then you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna coast." That's not coasting.
Yeah,
That's recovering, right?
I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard any kind of like backlash from Dana, especially with the coasting comment, because he doesn't like that from fighters. So I don't know if he's
Yeah,
had personal words with him or if he's just turning a blind eye to it in the media or whatnot. But no, not something you want to hear as a fan. Like, what do you mean you're coasting in the third round because you won the first two, bro? Like, the UFC, go for it. You're on a pay-per-view, bro.
yeah,
You're the co-main. Go for it.
exactly, right.
Yeah, so it's like,
They're selling that, right? That's a big spot on the. I mean, arguably one of the most lackluster main events in the year.
yeah,
Maybe the wackest main event, but
big blue ball right there.
but
Big
yeah,
blue ball.
you're like looking here. It's his fourth fight in the UFC, and he's co-maining a pay-per-view.
And then
Yeah, I don't
he's
know.
gonna
Let's see
coast
what
in
it
the
looks
third
like
round.
when he how long until his next fight?
Yeah, well, he definitely did not win any fans, unfortunately, on that night.
Yeah,
Jared, though, stock is up along with Bilal Muhammad, trying to back him up.
yeah,
Yeah, word up to that team, man. They had a good game plan, and I think they exploited some holes there that other people are gonna exploit unless Patty finds a way
yeah,
to close those holes up. Yeah, I don't agree with the decision either.
yeah. He definitely has to learn something from this. Even though he got the decision on paper, there's a lot of people who thought he didn't.
Mhm. And he needs to open his eyes to that. You see all the videos of him like, how can people think I didn't lose that fight? Like, no, how could you think you didn't lose that fight? Not us. It's not a
Yeah,
us problem. It's you, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, all due
The
respect
amount of
too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That one was weird.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see what the next thing is for these guys. But sorry, Hespect MMA. We here at Hespect MMA respectfully disagree with the judge's decision.
Yeah,
And you judges need to get your shit together, because
yeah, exactly.
this next fight, what the fuck?
Yeah,
How'd you score it, man?
I don't know. I was in and out of this one, to be
Oh,
honest
okay,
with you.
yeah, all good, man. So for me, Jan did great first two rounds, leg kicks, beating them up on the legs there, taking the wheels out. I'm yet to post this highlight that I edited about it too. But anyways, yeah, after that, Magomed, obviously, he turned his Russian on, started wrestling the shit out of Jan.
Yeah,
And yeah, got a lot of strikes in, got a lot of control time. And I don't know, I felt maybe Magomed had done enough, especially yeah, in the final rounds there to get the decision. Maybe not the best title fight of this year, but I mean, I think he won.
yeah,
Jan said give him the belt, but the judges they didn't know what the fuck they were watching, and it says in the scorecards.
yeah. I don't know, man. It seems like the judges are getting worse somehow as the years go on.
How is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, like you're supposed to add the experience to what you already know, and continue to improve. But I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Some of these
man.
decisions.
Fucked up, man. fuck that. I don't know what to say about it. Some people have been throwing the judges' names out. Like that's above my level of interest. Like, okay, it's gonna be dealt with eventually, I guess. But yeah, for anyone who cares, they have been talking about the judges on this card, and if you look into it, I'm sure you can find their names and do whatever the fuck with that
Yeah.
information as you will.
I mean, just looking over the card, it seemed like, yeah, there's only 2 decisions on the entire night, and there was the main and the co-main, and both of them were like they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, just ridiculous. They're probably like thankful the whole night up until the co-main
Yeah,
and main, right? Like, oh god, I
they
good thing I
probably
don't have the scars. I don't.
probably got bored because of how many finishes there were. They weren't turning in any cards.
Yeah, got
So
fight
it's just
coma.
like, yeah, they just weren't paying attention, man.
Fuck sakes, man. These judges, guys. Yeah, like I said, man. I hear a lot of fighters say it. Uh, get former fighters, get long time coaches, right? And someone
Yeah,
I forgot who they did address something very real. Bias, obviously, if a fighter is biased towards another fighter, they might score it in their favor. But even that, like, that's better than what we have right now. Like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
for fuck's sake, man. Those two decisions, people did. A lot of people are upset. Careers are getting changed, right? Look at this.
yeah,
Just 41 days later at UFC 283, Glover Teixeira is gonna fight Jamal Hill in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the title. Just 41 days later because of this shit. You know? how do you,
God damn.
how do you feel about that as a fan?
Jan is, oh no, Glover's fighting 41 days later.
Yeah, it's gonna be in let's see here. Is it in January? I feel like it's in January, bro. Let's look up here. January 21st, bro. Light heavyweight title. Jamal Hill, Glover Teixeira, Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. It's crazy. But how do you feel about that? Like, is it fair for Jan and Ankalaev? I mean, Teixeira was the number one contender
yeah,
by
I
all
think.
means. He did get passed over. Is this fair at this point, or?
I don't know. I think maybe they just didn't have. I'm gonna look at this entire fight card,
Yeah,
283.
go ahead, man. Like,
Maybe they didn't have confidence in Figueiredo and Moreno to headline a pay-per-view, the first one of the
oh
year.
man, that's another fight in itself, though. You know, especially for us hardcore fans.
Yeah, like, and then Neil Magny and Gilbert Burns. That's a good one.
Oh, very good for hardcores as
Yeah. Then
well.
you have Antaj Mercy, Craig, Johnny Walker.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a bad card. I mean, I wonder why they had to rush this one. It feels like Jamal Hill is getting the best end of the deal here.
Exactly. Did you see his meme about it too? Like, apparently, as soon as they announced that it was a draw, like his fucking phone rang, and he like, holy shit, they're on top of that shit, man. Like, I don't know if Dana just pulled someone aside, like, okay, call Jamal, like, call him up right now, ask him.
Yeah.
And Jamal Hill, he made a meme about it with himself. He's like, when the UFC calls you right after the title fight, for the title fight, and like, he's doing that fucking smirking emote, you know, while he was like putting the
Yeah.
phone to his ear. That shit was hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But yeah, the card's good. But yeah, I was asking, like, do you think at this point it's like fair to Jan and Magomed, or because Glover was the number one contender in the first place, he got passed over because he wanted more time to train. I don't know. Is this fair at this point?
I don't know. I think it is. You know, like, yeah, they fought. Yeah, it was a draw, but I don't think it left an impact. You know, even if it wasn't a draw and one of them won, you know, the next fight to make is Jiri and Glover. But with the injury on
Mhm.
Jiri, you know, Glover's got to fight someone, and I imagine they, wanted it sooner than later. Or I guess Glover wanted to fight sooner than later.
Yeah, he was actually
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
like
a weird situation.
they asked him if he wanted to fight Magomed when Jan did, but he was like, since it's an opponent change, I can we push it to this date where Rio de Janeiro was, and then they just scheduled Jan and Magomed.
Oh
Yeah, but
yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, he gets
Yeah, I
his
don't know.
wish.
Maybe. Yeah. Jerry, man. Apparently that injury he got, the shoulder injury, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm hearing about it too, man.
Might be out for a
Yeah,
while.
it's terrible. I don't know if or when he'll come
And I
back.
mean, that's the reason why Glover came
Mhm.
back, right? Or stayed, right? Because he wanted to get his win over Jiri
Yeah.
because he was so close, right?
Yeah, he was gonna. Yeah, he was saying he
Now,
wanted to retire.
yeah, like who knows if Glover will still be there when Jiri gets back? So that's kind of like because Jiri wasn't satisfied with his own
Yeah.
performance, and Glover, he was so close and lost with 30 seconds left. That's a rematch they both want, but the MMA guys may have just taken it away from them. Who knows if Glover's going to be there in a year?
Fuck. Fuck, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to see that fight again too. Damn. Yeah, man. When you put it that way, just got me staring at the keyboard right now. That sucks. Oh
yeah,
god.
just
Godspeed, Jiri. Come on.
stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I think it's fair. Some people are kind of mad about it because it's like, hey, what the fuck? Oh, Magomed won that shit, man. Give him his belt. And Magomed wants his belt, but it's like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. It's
yeah,
fucking judges, man. Someone's gotta fucking handle
yeah.
that
Who
shit.
knows what they're doing? Yeah, exactly.
All right, so moving on from there, fucking UFC Fight Night 216. Quickly glaze over that one. Headliners Jared the Killer Gorilla, Cannonier, and Sean Tarzan. I don't know if they actually still say that yet, because he doesn't even fucking have the long hair anymore. His nickname is Tarzan because he used to have the fucking long hair. I don't know if you guys ever seen like earlier clips of Sean Strickland,
Yeah,
but he really was Tarzan, man. He had the fucking long hair.
yeah. He looked just like Brendan Fraser when he was younger in that one movie.
Yeah, basically. But
Yeah, that's exactly what he
so
looked
yeah,
like.
that's Sean Strickland right there. Tarzan nickname. I don't know if they still say it. I'm too high when Bruce Buffer is going off.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move a little bit down there. I wanted to. I don't know if did you watch this card at all or
No, I
no?
didn't see this one.
You heard about Drew Dober, right? I'm sure you've seen a highlight or something.
Yeah,
Got Bobby Green.
yeah, I saw that one.
God damn. Oh, Bobby Green. Because that guy is so slick. He usually he's able to either win or if it's a loss, it's usually a decision loss. But these last two fights, he's been getting caught.
Ooh.
He's been getting caught, man.
Yeah, I mean he's got a lengthy record there, so it's not like he's still the young athletic dude,
For
right?
sure, yeah, he's got mileage for sure, and his background obviously another one of those from the street stories. It's just trying to support his daughters and stuff. So he's a good fighter,
Yeah,
awesome, exciting, but
yeah. That's one of those names where you just recognize it as this guy loves to stand up, right?
yeah, it's gonna be a good fight.
He's got hands, and yeah, as long as they pair him with someone who's willing.
For sure, for sure. Now, he's also 36. I don't know what his future plans are. Maybe he's going to keep going for it. But something to think about there for for Bobby Green fans and perhaps Bobby Green himself.
Yeah.
Knowing his personality, he'd probably tell me, "Shut the fuck up, Hespectful Keys." So yeah, don't know this Hespect Bobby. Just talking points here, okay? Don't kill me. But word up to Drew Dober though. So this guy, he keeps pounding the pavement
Yeah.
for like a more elite fight. Obviously, he's gotten as far as Islam Makhachev, Brad Riddell, and he dropped those fights, unfortunately. So maybe it's time to entertain it again. He is number 14 in the rankings. I don't know if you got the rank board up there in front of you. I'll pull it in front of me. A couple people
Okay.
ahead of him is Hinata Moicano, is Magulov. Okay, I might have to do my homework on that motherfucker. Dan Hooker and the Tarantula Jalen Turner. I don't know. What do you think? Think he's ready for
I mean,
because
if
he
he's
wants a Michael Chandler or a Justin Gagey or a Poirier fight. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if he's there yet,
Mhm.
but you can't blame him for wanting a bigger fight. That's how it works, right?
Right.
If you can get a worthwhile name, that might be worth quietly winning twice, maybe 3 times in a row.
What do you think that name would
So he
be
definitely,
out of the ones that I was saying?
I don't know. I wouldn't go too far up the rank board, but I mean, Dan Hooker doesn't have a fight right now,
I
does he?
don't think so. I think I would like that
I
one.
think he won his most recent one.
I think I would like that one actually, because those guys are both fucking scrappers. So.
Yeah, so like you're looking for someone, 10 to 15. I think that's a good one. As far as, the most recent year or two, Dan Hooker has the most name value out of all 5 of those guys.
For sure. Yeah, and he's kind of hovering down there, which is even though it's dangerous for Dan, so it's a good opportunity for a lot of hungry
Yeah.
sharks. So you give and take right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I actually think I would entertain that one. I hope the UFC does as well, because then that would help Drew Dober with recognition, and his fighting style is good. Obviously, KO'd Bobby Green in the second round. It's fabulous, man. Bobby
Yeah.
Green, like there was a breakdown that I watched. Like Drew Dober was throwing his combinations, and Bobby Green, doing his reads and stuff, getting out of the way. But then Drew Dober decided, you know what? How about I throw this left hand twice at the end of the combo, and then that's what caught Bobby Green, unfortunately.
Oh
Yeah, so
yeah.
it was a pretty dope breakdown. I forgot who did it, but
That,
shout out to you. So silent shout out to that guy.
yeah.
Um,
I'll Google the name of the channel next time.
yeah, for sure. Got to write it down or some shit. And yeah, I would like to see that one. Maybe that's a good. Well, absolutely, that's a good step up for Dover. That'll be good. Up from that though, here's someone that you and me have talked about quite often, even way before the Hespect MMA podcast, because this guy's been at it for a very long time in the UFC. Alex Caceres, he got his
Yeah.
TKO over another prospect, Julian Erosa, and it's no disrespect to Alex Caceres, but goddamn man, you've been a prospect for a long time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's looking good again. At the age of 34, he had like some kind of interview with Ariel Helwani. Even he said like maybe I'm on the precipice of something great here. I'm not sure yet, and
Yeah.
as fans, we're not sure either.
Yeah, I know, right? You're talking about featherweight.
Yeah,
34
featherweight.
years old. You're on the back end of what is normally people's primes. I mean, Glover, changed the game, right? Winning a
Mhm.
title as late in the age as he did.
For sure, in
Managing
this
to stand
modern
strong.
era.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I think a lot of people are, rethinking, how they approach their mid to late 30s. Like train a little lighter, take more rest days or something. Just kind of like how what's it called, Dan Henderson, right? When he fought Bisping, he was like 45 years old at the time. He still looked great.
Still rocked his ass too. God damn, that old man made it scary for Bisping multiple times in
Yeah,
that rematch.
he almost got the exact same fucking punch. I remember, like, literally, like, I was ready, like, preemptively ready to just jump as high as I could in the middle of the room and risk falling on something.
Yeah, for sure. As a fan, that rematch was, ooh man, that was something, man. Especially as a big
Yeah,
Dan Henderson fan, huge Michael Bisping fan as well. But when it came to that rematch, Henderson,
yeah,
tail end of the career, yeah, you just kind of lean towards him, like that would
yeah,
be such a great story for him.
yeah. That would have been
Mhm.
absolutely.
Fuck it, Bisping though, what a survivor, man. That guy takes a beating and a half, and he comes back and he keeps
Yeah,
coming.
just no nonsense with Bisping.
For sure. I mean the Silva fight, Henderson, and then even with GSP when he had Bisping hurt. I remember he was talking about in the interview or podcast. He's like, he's elbowing the shit out of him, if you remember. And then he thought to himself, like, what am I doing? Like, it's hard to finish this guy. Like people don't finish
Yeah,
this guy, so he tricked him. He let him think he could stand up, and then that's when he submitted his ass. So fucking Bisping, tough as shit. And he did that with his title run was with one eye.
yeah, yeah. That's nuts. I remember how how hard the memes went when he admitted that in that one interview.
Yeah, dude, man. Yeah. So,
Like,
here's what's
what if he actually was in a fight? Like, yeah, when he fought Gastelum, what if he literally had his eye pop out while he was fighting? You know, his fake one. Like, and like you somehow, sometimes you see the mouth guard go flying. Like, what if he caught a mean hook or something? And his eye just like, oh my god, his eye popped out.
It's not even a fucking eye. Holy shit, dude. That would it would never end. He would never hear the end of it for sure.
Yeah,
Look at Bisping.
goddamn.
You are loved, Mr. Bisping. I recently saw a clip too. Some dude like started he started recording in the bathroom because Bisping was taking a piss, and then everybody started chanting his name. All the dudes in the bathroom while he's taking a piss, standing at the urinal.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, you saw it on his face. He laughed, and then he made a cringe face, like, "What the fuck is happening? Why are you guys doing this?" Then he just went to the sink, washed his hands, laughed some more, and started walking out.
Goddamn.
Oh fuck! Can't imagine it, man. Imagine being that famous. Can't even fucking take a piss, bro. Shit. Yeah, for sure. So back to Alex Caceres here. I don't know. How do you how do you feel, man? You think, like, for me, the way he's talking about it, I'm like, I'm getting hyped up. I'm like, oh, this guy
Yeah.
gonna pull a Charles Oliveira like out of nowhere. Is it coming, man? I don't
Yeah,
know
I
how
mean
you feel.
he's got a similar frame, but I think he's just gonna end up Neil Magnying himself. He's about the same age and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Magny's like 35, 36 maybe. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean if he starts winning, I mean he just looks like he just had a 5 streak, but got derailed by a decision.
Hmm. Oh, that Yusuf guy is a monster. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's putting something together. At this point, I don't think it would take much more to, get a worthwhile fight, considering how long he's been around.
For sure. The name is definitely there, and the the amount of work is has been done, that he can maybe jump a little here
Yeah,
and there, if he gets the favors done and keeps performing. I think it's possible. I'm hyped up. I know you don't
yeah.
feel the same, but fuck, let's have it, man.
Looks like he just got on the rank board. He's number 15 right now.
Oh, there you
Caceres.
go. There you go, man. Fucking
Yeah, it's all up. I mean, Dan Ige, he's a tough test. He was riding high
yeah.
for a while there.
Oh, now that you say that name though, man, kind of
He's
makes.
uh he's ranked 13
Mhm.
right now. Edson Barbosa is also ranked 14.
Oh
Either of
god.
those would be good.
Oh god, yeah. As soon as you're saying names up the board, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, no, it's tough up there, man. It's tough up there for Alex.
Yeah,
God damn. Yeah, for sure, man. But all the best to him, for sure. He got me hyped up with that interview. Just like fucking talk about he's on the precipice of something. Like, god damn, what do you want,
yeah.
man?
I
Let's
mean,
go.
he's definitely a fan favorite. Like, I wouldn't turn down, watching him on a card if he just kept winning.
For
You know,
sure.
that's I'd love to see him make it.
Bruce Leroy, man. Since
At
since
least
the
at
tough
least try for
days.
the title, right?
Yeah, yeah, for being a veteran,
Yeah.
right? There should be something like that, even though there isn't. But I mean, look at Dan Henderson, right? But Bisping chose him, so it was like, and the story was there. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I think that would be something cool though. Like, what if there's like a winning veteran? Not quite at the top of the rank board there, but hey, you've been here for a long time, and there's no other contenders. Would you like a title shot? Yeah, fuck, let's have it, man.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, just stay ready. You never know, when 4 guys on the board will be booked, 1 guy is injured, and, the guy they had scheduled just had to pull out, right? You never know when they're gonna have to reach down to 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, one of those Bisping
I mean, like
moments.
Jamal Hill, right? I think, yeah, he's ranked 7 right now.
Hmm.
I don't think anyone is expecting him to get a title shot.
For sure, man. Jeez, girl, what a surprise! What a surprise that one.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does with it too. That'll be good. He's good, man. That kid's dangerous, but we'll see if Glover will show that he's there a little too early or if he's ready for it. Let's move up though. You've talked about this guy a couple times, and he got a KO in round 3 on this card over Alessandro Costa. Amir Albazi. Yeah, man. What do you think? He's 29 now. 16-1.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah. Undefeated in the
that's a
UFC so
damn good
far.
record.
4-0.
Records.
Oh, he's got a win over
Yeah.
Davison Figueiredo's brother.
Oh yeah, I remember that fight actually.
Hmm.
But yeah, it looks like 4 fights. I mean, doesn't look like he's on the rank board, right? What is it, 135?
Not quite yet.
25.
That's another
No,
deep one right there.
no, it's 125. Goddamn. Yeah. Oh no, he's ranked 7 right now.
Oh, shit. No shit. Let's see.
Yeah,
Here.
I mean that
Oh, shit. No, he
125 is
is.
just
Holy
not.
fuck.
It's just not what he used to be, right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, when Mighty Mouse was around, he was like the top of the mountain definitively. So you kind of were able to gauge where the rest of the division was based on how badly someone lost to him.
Yeah.
but
Holy fuck, man. What an
but yeah,
era.
now it's just like Moreno and Figueiredo. They're just like playing hot potato with the title, and if one of them's injured or something, then maybe someone else gets a turn.
For sure. God damn. Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about that one very soon too. Fucking Jesus Christ, man, those guys going at it. But yeah, Amir Albazi, what do you think? Do we got a prospect on our hands here? Is it someone that you see getting into the top 15 very soon?
I think he's on his way there. He's got 4 wins in the UFC. Nothing is, really popping out name value wise, except for the fact that he beat Figueiredo's brother.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think he definitely needs someone, someone with some PR value.
Let's see here. Bantamweight, right? Bantamweight.
Uh, is it bantamweight? It's
Is it not? Am I wrong?
125.
Oh, flyweight. Sorry. Fucking
Flyweight,
casual.
yeah.
Fucking casuals. We were literally talking about Figueiredo too.
Yeah, yeah. His brother.
Kai Car Frap.
Oh,
That
he's
guy's
ranked
killing it
7.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amir Albazi's already ranked 7.
Yeah, so anyone up there, yeah, because these two at the
Yeah,
top here, these two guys right here, these two at the top, these guys are still figuring things out. They have been for a long time
yeah.
now. So yeah, I'm
we
down
got
for any
a
of
we
those
got an
fights
interim
there.
champion.
Yeah, definitely.
January 21st. It'll be settled there, right? Because what are they at right now? 1-1 and a draw.
1-1 and a draw. Yeah, so this is kind of
Goddamn. So
it.
unless this is
Another draw.
no, even if this is a draw, we're not fucking giving you a 5th one. Okay, that's not how it works. If you draw twice, you're equally matched. That's it. Done deal. You're
Dude,
never fighting each other again.
that should be how it is, though, man. But my curiosity of, I want to know who's
Yeah.
better. Who's gonna do a 5th one? Do a 5th one, man. Do a 5th one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, man.
God damn it.
What a series. And man, they look better each time. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, they do.
They look
Because
better each damn
they're
time.
both in their prime right now, right?
Yeah.
It's not like either of them wants to give it up.
It's like
Move up,
it's
maybe.
literally like a Vegeta Goku thing, you know? Like these guys are just
Yeah.
at each other's levels all the time, you know? I don't know who
Yes.
Goku is, but we're gonna find out soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks like rank 3 or no, rank 2 Pantoja. He's got a fight with Perez.
okay.
Oh no, that's his last fight. My bad. It's Kai Kara France that has a fight with Perez.
Okay. Kai Kara, man, he's
Looks like
trying to claw his way up there.
yeah, I think it's just a matter of recency or bias, right? I think if France can get a win in his next fight, maybe he'll get the Moreno Figueiredo winner.
Have to see. Freaking Pantoja though, he was putting some work in. He even called out Moreno. I think after title fight? Who's got the belt now? Oh, fucking Figueiredo's got the belt. Fucking idiot. But
Yeah.
but yeah, he's
Moreno's the interim, bro.
he was calling out Brandon because Pantoja actually has a win over him. So, but obviously now they got this. So yeah, who knows? We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see who gets the contender shot, or if they'll do an interim, or maybe they'll just give a second belt because these guys keep fighting each other throughout all these years.
Yeah. Just make a Moreno Figueiredo belt and let the division get on with it.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Just let them keep fighting each other. These guys are another level on this shit, man. Just keep them somewhere else.
Make an 8-man tournament where it's just both of them in every bracket.
Holy shit. I'm down. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, man. Alright. Let's move on from that one. Yeah, I'm Bazzi. Shout out to that guy. So this is another controversial one. These goddamn judges. What's wrong with you in main events lately? Split decision win for Jared Cannonier. You see the fight?
I remember bits of it, but not enough to be outraged or something.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask my brother if he hopped on, but I guess he's not here. Cause by all means, the strike count, it was pretty even. Sean had more, I think, but like he was heavy headshots, right? Jared had a lot more body of work. He was the one pushing forward most of the time. Strickland was backpedaling, and he's got his kind of adapted Philly shell style with his fundamental straight punches and all that, occasional wrestling and all that. I felt like it was pretty straight for Jared because his shots felt more meaningful. Even though he took a lot of headshots, he beat up Strickland all over. But a lot of people argue that Strickland blocked a lot of it. He looked better than Jared at the end of the fight. I don't know. What do you think about this whole scoring thing? I don't think they even talk about it anymore at the beginning. Remember at the beginning, they're like, fights are scored on striking, aggression, and grappling and octagon control.
I think like right when the event starts, they just kind of flash one of those graphics on screen that lasts like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. So
and then they use a recording from like, I don't know, 6 years ago that's still Mike Goldberg.
Dude, I gotta pay more attention. Oh.
I really doubt it's him, but it's so generic and quick at the beginning of every card.
Mm.
It's like so easy to miss because that's right when you're getting ready and you're moving around before it starts.
Mm-hmm. So what are you more on the side of the numbers hold more weight, or would you say the guy that was mixing it up more, pushing forward, do you say that guy deserves the win?
I don't know. It's hard because I mean, like you have those fights where a guy's he's grapple heavy. It's not dominant or whatever, but they do spend more time with him on top than they do standing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of his strikes are just kind of like the love taps while you're on the ground, just trying to stay busy.
Yeah,
just trying to keep it on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if that's your whole deal, and you do get 3 minutes of control in a round, but your face looks like hell because the 2 minutes the other guy has standing, he does more with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of where it's hard to judge.
Yeah, that's where the line gets blurred.
Just because yeah, like it's because like how do you judge reactive grappling, right? Because like if you're getting beat up and you're effectively stuffing it for 3-4 minutes, and the entire strategy is to grind him, it's not exciting or anything, and the crowd might be cheering for the guy striking, but that you're effectively grappling, right? You're stopping the biggest threat. And I think that's one thing that they don't score either as much or properly. Which I'm obviously not a professional judge or anything, but it's damn hard to do.
Well, it's all opinions. I know we usually throw the disclaimer out a lot, but I think we've been like. So I heard this thing from John Anik, which is like it helped make me feel more confident as someone to share their opinion about MMA. Like, dude, we've been fans long enough, all right? we put our work
Yeah.
time in, man. Like
That makes sense.
can't say that we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We've been fans for a long time. We hear the experts talk about it,
Yeah.
and we've been watching it so long. Like we have an idea. Maybe not like how to
Yeah.
fight. Maybe we don't know how to fight like they do.
No.
But I mean,
I mean, does every judge have a professional boxing record or
exactly. And
whatever?
they're the
I
ones
don't
with the
know.
fucking job, and they're the ones fucking it up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that John Anik quote. Shout out to John Anik supporting the non-fighters out here with opinions.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking opinion, people.
The keyboard warriors, not real warriors. The
Yeah.
keyboard ones.
Yeah. So yeah. All that being said, like I get it, man. Like because the story, I guess in this sense here, because it was a close fight. I mean, I'm not even mad that it was a split decision, but I did feel like Jared edged it with the body of work, with the aggression. But yeah, he
Yeah,
took a
because
lot of
like
headshots.
yeah, because I mean, I'm just kind of watching, a few highlights and everything,
Mhm.
and I mean, the leg kicks seemed like they were pretty effective, right?
Right, yeah, those
There's a lot
those
of
are the
those happening.
meaningful strikes that I was talking about.
I think Strickland, he just might have, more of a fan base. Not necessarily people who think he won or lost, but people who will yell the loudest
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's definitely like a loud guy, and people who like him are kind of like-minded, so
Mhm.
they're really loud about it.
For sure. Fucking strict. No, he's a personality and a half for sure. He's hella entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
he's
when
he's
he
very famous on the internet because he's hard to promote in like a situation where you don't know what he's gonna say next.
Yeah, exactly. Might just say the wrong thing. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. Strickland feels like he got robbed. I don't think so. Yeah, it was a close fight. People shouldn't call it a robbery. It could have gone either way, honestly. But I wasn't
Yeah,
not mad at all and not surprised that Jared won. So that's what that is. And yeah, I think what was that? That's all the cards that has happened this year so far. At least the tail end of it will also go through a year-end
yeah.
review. But next year, let's quickly touch on that. We already kind of talked
With
about
this
UFC
weekend, when there's
283.
the Rise in Bellator is on Saturday, the crossover.
Yeah, fucking let's talk about that, man. So here, let me pull it up. Who the fuck's headlining?
AJ McKee, and I'm not familiar with the Rising champions.
Okay, and even Pitbull, right? He's fighting too. Shout out to Pitbull.
Yeah, he's on there.
Didn't he? He tried to do the double champ status, but then Mickey stopped him, right?
Yeah, I actually think it might have been because he got stopped, and then instead of going back to 155, he decided to stay and fight him and get it back again.
Oh right, yeah, I see here.
Because I think yeah, let me see here.
Oh wait, so wait, he won the featherweight. He's defended it, but wait, what the fuck is McKee doing as the headliner then?
I think didn't McKee have a fight at 155? Didn't he go up?
Oh yeah, you're
Who was
right.
his
He
last fight?
just
I'm
he
trying to
just
find.
went up. Yeah. Okay, I missed that because it's
Yeah.
is Bellator people. I'm UFC kind of like based, so Throbby here is much more well versed than me. But yeah, he just moved up. Carlisle missed weight though. So what? Did they just gift him the
Oh
belt
yeah.
when he won then? Because he made weight.
I don't know. I don't think he was the champion. Was he?
No, he's
God
not.
damn, it's
But
so hard to
wasn't he
Bellator is,
holding a
they've been.
wasn't he holding a belt though? And he's main event, right? Hold on, let me look at this poster.
Yeah.
The fuck's this poster?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh no, yeah, they just have two samurai warriors standing for the poster. They don't show McKee with a belt.
No
Maybe I was
belts.
just imagining that. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
the card itself. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Risen's fighters, but this is great for MMA. This kind of like cross promotional thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad. The UFC just isn't willing to play nice with others if it means giving up promotion dollars.
Yeah, no kidding. And like having one of their fighters lose to a smaller
Yeah.
promotion. Like, dude, there's
Yeah, because like the whole opinion is that the UFC is the highest
yeah, the
level of competition, right?
cream of the crop. And like I feel like they played chess so well with the Askren DJ trade. I feel like they know, man. They're like, this guy's at the tail end of his career. And this guy's the champ, but he's not really marketable. So we'll take this guy, right? He's gonna lose to our guys. DJ's gonna go over there, start destroying people. It's gonna make us look good.
Yeah, like it's definitely plausible, man.
Fucking UFC, man.
I think they saw the undefeated fighter in stacked one of the more stacked divisions instead of a lower weight where people don't pay much attention.
Right. And even though he was at the end of his career, he was great at promotion. He was a great talker.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing, right?
Mhm.
That's big.
And dude, wasn't it exciting when he was in welterweight? Like there's like a breath of fresh air with him around.
Yeah.
Like goddamn, this guy might
Yeah,
actually make a
exactly.
title run, right? Especially with that weird Robbie Lawler win.
Yeah, that one was awkward.
Yeah.
Definitely awkward.
Yeah, he had a hard go. He had a hard go at it. But thank you for your service, Ben Askren. You were pretty
Yeah.
entertaining while you were at it.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at all these names here. You got
Kyoji!
Triple. Yeah, you got Kyoji. You got Juan Archuleta. That's another big time Bellator name.
Fucking love one. God damn.
John Dodson is down there. Look at that.
Dude, is that the John Dodson?
Yeah.
The
That is
magician.
actually
Oh
John.
yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's John Dodson. God
Dude, I
damn,
thought he was
this
in a
card is stacked.
smaller promotion. He's with Bellator now?
I thought he was in Bare Knuckle, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought it. Oh, maybe they let him? Like Bellator's cool like
Yeah, I
that.
think because Bellator and Bare Knuckle, they're open like that, right?
Yeah.
They let you fuck anybody.
Welcome to the club. Pick what you want, man. Do whatever you want over
Exactly.
here. No, that's great for the fighters. I'm sure the fighters love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. I love that. Yeah, so yeah, they even got that Inoue guy. I see his name pop up here and there. No, I don't follow him religiously, but I know he's got some name value to him. Kyoji, obviously one of my favorite fighters. Fucking fights like a
Yeah.
bishop on a chessboard. I don't know. I can't explain it any other way.
Yeah.
It's like that guy fucking darts here and there. Yeah. Yeah, looks good, man. Fucking. So when is this?
Saturday.
Saturday. There you go, people. Hopefully I post this
31st.
episode before Saturday, and if you're listening and you don't know what the fuck's going on, now you fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. And is there anything after that, or?
No, I think mid-January is all the next major promotions have a card.
Yeah. Boss has got to take their break eventually, man. Oh, we're gonna be fiending, man. Be scratching my armpits and shit.
Yeah.
Think about MMA fights.
God damn.
It's gonna be hard, man.
Yeah, it looks like January 14th for the UFC, 27th for the PFL, and then Amazon one on Prime 13th.
Okay.
So at least a couple of weeks.
Gotta watch some old fights to jack off to, I guess.
Yeah. Then none till February. Bader Fader 2.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah. I was actually trying to do headline
Yeah.
hot takes on my notes, but I realized that we have to talk about the other older pay-per-views. Hey, baby. You popping in, checking in on me right now. Don't worry, I'm not masturbating. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that one. Like, goddamn, man, what if Fedor pulls this shit out of his ass, man? Wouldn't that be like just the greatest fucking? That might be better than Bisping's Cinderella story.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Getting a modern belt since like you spent so long on basically being the pound for pound champion.
For sure. Like honestly, and it's Fedor too, man. Like it's gonna be his last fight. Any new fans listening to this, gotta look into Fedor Emelianenko. He's literally one of the greatest heavyweights of the PED era. You know, in Pride.
Yeah.
Go search his fights, people. Like this guy, And he's got such a great nickname too, man. The Last Emperor. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
definitely a legendary career.
Yeah. And
And like you look at the longevity on his career, like 40-6, that's a hell of a ratio, right? That's
fuck yeah, no kidding. And
that's like what, just under 7 wins for every loss?
yeah,
That's crazy, especially when you consider he's 46 years old.
and during the PED era. Yeah, at a time where he
Yeah,
seemed like dude, he's like the blueprint for the dad body, right? DC, right? Like he
yeah,
seemed pretty all natty to me. I don't know.
yeah,
Compared
exactly.
to his
It's
opponents
he
at
he
least.
definitely wasn't, yeah, straight jacked and cut, looking like the fucking Hulk.
Yeah, like what
Half the division looks like that.
exactly. Like let's start
Meanwhile, this
Wolverine.
guy comes in here, he's balding, he's got a gut, he's very little muscle definition, but somehow he's just fucking wrecking dudes.
Yeah. His face like before the fight starts is just like how did Joe Rogan say it? He's like some guy like about to go to the office, Like his face is so calm.
Yeah,
He's about to fight these like roided up monsters. And like yeah, man, it's just like if you're a new fan, go look into a Fedor. And if you're an old fan and you don't like Fedor, well, you can go fuck yourself.
yeah,
Yeah, just looking at his resume here. Even from the beginning, he already has like his fourth win there, Ricardo Arona. That guy had some name value
yeah,
back in the day. The Big Nog, Heath Herring. Look at that, Gary Goodridge, Vegeta, Coleman, Randleman. These freaking wins,
yeah,
man. Big Nog again, Crow Cop, Coleman again, Hunt, Mark freaking Hunt, Tim Sylvia. Like Arvolovsky, this guy has done it. He's done it for a long time. Pedro Rizzo, oh Jesus, man.
yeah. Good.
Even Frank
Never
Mir and
ending, right?
stuff. What's up?
It's never ending the amount of names he's got on there.
Yeah, just like yeah, even Frank Mir, Quentin Jackson. He's still performing at his age. Obviously he's not in his prime, but yeah, y'all gotta look into this guy. 46. He's about to have
Yeah,
his final fight. It's gonna be a title fight for the heavyweight title, and I can't think of a better story other than Bisbing being able to contend with it if he actually closes it out here with Bader.
yeah, exactly.
To be real though, man, I don't know. How do you see the fight going?
I don't know. I think it all just depends on how Fedor's chin seems to hold up,
Mhm.
right? Because there's almost a decade between these guys, like 7 years,
Yeah, and that first fight
8 years,
was
like that.
it was very telling.
It was a Yeah, it wasn't, the strongest. It was basically like a really strong jab
Mhm.
to like a week straight. I don't know. It was like a stepping jab, so it had a little more on it, but
Mhm.
not the kind of thing you think would put a guy down like that.
Mhm. And Bader, even though like we know he has power, and his striking has come a long way since the UFC for sure. But yeah, man, he put Fedor around pretty hard with that one, and who knows how the second one will go. But as a Fedor fan, man, if he gets in that ass and somehow pulls something out of this, man, I
Yeah,
don't think there will be
exactly.
a better story than that, man. Even though it's a Bellator title, like it's still a championship fight against fucking Ryan Bader. This guy's not a pushover.
Yeah, like you got. Doesn't matter if it's technically the second best in the West
Mhm.
for like promotion wise. I don't know. PFL's coming up quick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people going there,
Well, the truth is,
but
there's killers everywhere, right? Doesn't matter what
yeah,
promotion.
exactly.
There's killers everywhere.
Exactly, right? Like, look at Rory McDonald. He had some major trouble coming over to Bellator.
Right. PFL too.
Eddie, yeah, same thing, right? Eddie came to UFC. He got the title, went over to one, couldn't really make it. So it's hard to tell, how these fighters would do in different promotions.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think like it's important for a long time or new fans to understand like yeah, it's UFC is not the be all end all of the sport. It's not the top
Yeah,
to say like sure maybe they got a lot of the best fighters in the world there, but there are good fighters and maybe even better fighters in other promotions that just don't make their way to the UFC. That's all.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. So fucking close that shit out there. That's That was a good run for this year. Good insight for next year. Oh, did we even talk about Imavov versus Gastelum? I don't know. We'll eventually talk about them. Um,
Yeah, I think we got a bit of time before we're the next major pay-per-view for UFC. Let's see what it is here.
yeah, it's gonna be.
283 at the end of
Yeah, yeah.
January. Yeah, Glover and I think Moreno and Figueiredo was on there. Oh yeah, Burns, Magny,
Mhm.
Andrade, Murphy. Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
card. Walker, Shogun,
it'll be
Tavares.
good, man. Yeah, we went over that one though. Let's start our year-end review, man. Looking back on the year of 2022 for MMA, man. You down?
Yeah, go through the
Yeah.
list of cards and everything. See,
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll specifically kind of like concentrate on the pay-per-views because obviously if we go through each card,
yeah,
we'll be here all night.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So 2022, obviously explosive year. Let's quickly touch on the first event of the year. Obviously, we saw Calvin Cater humble Giga Chikadze, right? Like,
yeah.
oh
That was a
fuck,
good
man,
moment.
that was a good card. And yeah, you remember that? Cause Calvin Cater, he just got that
It's got the
beat
hard
down
foot on him.
from Max Holloway, right? So it wasn't looking good for him. And
Yeah,
Giga, he just had he just beat who's that? Cub Swanson, Edson Barboza, right? And people were like, "Holy fuck, this guy's gonna
yeah,
be
exactly.
might be in the champ title conversation soon." But then yeah, Cater, man, just massive
Yeah,
underdog.
the killer back kick, right? On Jakazi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
fucking
goddamn.
Cater, he just came back. I don't know, man. Something about you get blessed when you fight the best, and you get beat from him because
Yeah.
Ortega had a good comeback. Cater had a good comeback. Almost makes you wonder. Maybe getting punched a lot in the face. Maybe you do get an upgrade. Who knows? Who knows?
Max's hands are magic, man. He's just leaving a little bit there.
Giving you a little bit of his greatness through his
Yeah.
fist. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a good card. After that, let's start talking about the UFC pay-per-views. So UFC 270 there. Francis Ngannou, right? He turns into a wrestler. This guy's a
Oh
wrestler
yeah.
now. Fucking dominated my
Got
man Cyril Gane.
a new aspect of his game.
Yeah, man, turned into the Nigerian nightmare that night. Who knows? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Exactly, right?
I wonder if we'll see more of that when he fights John, man. That one seems like it's
Yeah,
actually
I
gonna
heard it
become a reality.
yeah, I think they're aiming for March somewhere.
Yeah. How do you feel about that one, man? Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's it's hard to tell considering it's been what, 3 years? It'll be 3 years by then.
Yeah. Have you
A
have
long
you
time for things
heard
to change.
have you heard what happened to Stipe? Like, I thought they were gonna do that fight. Did something happen to Stipe? Like a
I
negotiation
don't know.
thing?
Maybe they were all just waiting to see who gets the next one, and it didn't go to Stipe, so now he's kind of just in limbo.
Fuck, man. Why are they fucking Stipe, man? Like, obviously he
Yeah,
still got to do his work when he got the chance, but goddamn, do they give him a hard time for it? I don't know what's up with that.
he came in so
Maybe
light against Francis last time. Maybe I don't know.
he wants to bulk up too, just like Jones. Everybody trying to bulk up for Francis. That was like the thing fucking Frank Mir did in response to Brock Lesnar, right? He's like, you know what, I gotta
Yeah,
get beefy because these kids, Carwin and Brock, man, they are beefy boys.
yeah.
Start doing that
They're
fucking
just fucking
weightlifting
freight
thing.
trains.
Yeah, seems like that's what's happening again. You got this big predator monster at the top of the mountain here, and you're too small for him. You gotta beef up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
goddamn.
know what happened to Steve, but anyways, moving on from that one. You see, 271, right? Whitaker and
Yeah.
Adesanya too
Oh yeah.
had that controversy. I don't know. Did you ever feel like Whitaker did enough, or
Uh, this is one of those moments where it's the opposite. He was grappling and everything, but it's not like his grappling was entirely effective. He
yeah,
just kind of stalled the trading for a little bit. It's not like he like advanced anything or threatened anything real.
Yeah, I don't know if my bias of being such a big Reaper fan was kind of tugging me in that direction too. Yeah, it might be that. That might be what it is because I was like, come on, man, like he got
Yeah, I
finished in the
remember. I
first
thought.
fight. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I thought at the time that he won as well, but eventually you go back and you take another look at it, right? I know, like,
Yeah.
how long is that ago? Was that February? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not too upset about it anymore.
Yeah. I think I still am. Gotta admit, man, I'm in my
Yeah.
feelings over here. I
You
want.
gotta be honest, man. Be honest with yourself.
I wanted Bobby to win. I'm sorry. No, I love Izzy as a fighter, competitor, and all that, but I just love Bobby more, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I felt like he did enough, but no, that's just one fan's opinion. Um, yeah. So after that UFC 272, fucking Colby Covington finally got to meet Jorge Masvidal in the
Yeah.
octagon there. I think that was that their first main event pay-per-view non-title fight? I think that's what they were saying about it. Go back
Oh
here
man,
for a quick
maybe.
sec. Because I don't think it was for an interim or anything, right? Yeah, it wasn't.
No, probably not. Oh,
It wasn't. It was like their first pay-per-view like non-title fight. I don't know if in a while or for the first time, but
yeah.
yeah, that was a big highlight just because, obviously the beef was just very very palpable for us fans and
Yeah.
the fight absolutely delivered and damn, how do you feel about that assault by Jorge after the fight?
Oh man, I don't know. It's just like the Leon Edwards thing, I don't know how the UFC hasn't just cut this guy for assaulting people outside of fights,
That's true. That's true. Like
right?
when you
Like, I
when you look at it
mean,
from a legal perspective, it's like
yeah,
highly,
I
highly
imagine that's what
unprofessional.
they're. If Colby's, following through on the whole charges thing, and it did play out the way we're hearing about it,
Mm,
like he was wearing one of those COVID masks or whatever, and he ran up and just swung on him from
mm,
behind. That's a felony, I'm pretty sure. So
mm.
that's not a small thing. I imagine that's why neither of them have any fights right now. Do they have fights?
No, no, they're in the thick of it right
Oh,
now for sure.
yeah, that's what I figured.
So yeah, very interesting time for those two.
Yeah,
You'd think they could let it go after the 25 minutes, but some rivalries, I guess, you know.
yeah. It always bothered me when Masvidal, sucker punched Leon backstage, and then they sold the shit out of him for the next couple of years
Yeah, that was
because he
kind of
did it
dirty.
and had a catchphrase.
Yeah,
He had his three-piece and soda catchphrase, and
yeah,
everyone just ate it up.
they love that
Because, like,
shit.
look at the what's it called, Paul Daly, right?
Hmm.
That was much, much less, severe or, looking bad, or like an actual assault that resulted in an injury or something.
Yeah, Koscheck even blocked it. He blocked the punch.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, and
he
like he got a permanent ban for the rest of his life, and he never lived it down. But
yeah,
now they're just selling the hell out of George Masvidal.
that's weird for sure. And the fucking Connor Dolly thing too. Remember that shit?
Yeah, exactly. If you're making money for the UFC, they'll spin it a certain way.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, who was it got glass in their eye and they had to cancel a fight or something.
I think that was Chiesa, man. Chiesa was on
Yeah,
that
something
bus at
like
that
that.
time. Yeah. And thing, Rosa suffered trauma, and they kind of like
Yeah.
sidestepped that whole thing. I was kind of
God
even
damn.
like upset that a lot of the casual fan base I was seeing on social media was like picking at her for it. Like, oh, she's coming back for her title fight. You sure she's not gonna pull out because she's scared? Like, bro, that's close to online bullying. Like, obviously she's
Yeah.
strong enough to just ignore that kind of shit, but it's that type of shit and like that kind of behavior from people. It is a hashtag super
Yeah. Exactly.
unnecessary. Yeah. Anyways, let's see how effective that card was. Not even being a title fight. The way that we're talking about it.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's exactly what the UFC is after. They want people they can sell.
Yeah. Drama, right?
And
Good or bad,
yeah.
it sells. That's what they want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely working, right? There's no reason for them to stop doing it.
Mm. Terrible.
But I
Fucking
mean,
Disney,
I
man.
think I think the next really big thing to happen in MMA altogether is the day Dana White retires, because
Yeah.
you never, it doesn't matter who they decide, because Joe Rogan said, "I'm here as long as Dana's here, and once he's gone, I'm gone."
Yeah. It's gonna
So you lose
change.
Dana White and Joe Rogan, that's huge, right?
Yeah.
As much as people disagree with what Dana says all the time, who else would you trust to do that job?
hmm I think that's
That's a
I think that's
tough thing.
a thing that a lot of us older fans maybe kind of that's what keeps us around as well, because like we know, like, in the next decade or so, maybe Dana will hang it up with Joe, and it's like, what's gonna happen next, right? It's so intriguing,
Yeah,
you know. Or-
yeah, exactly, right. I mean, you have the main line, right? How many people can carry an event, as far as commentator booth goes? Like DC, Cruz, Felder, they're all doing really good, but you get a lot more ad time out. Like I think his JRE, right,
Mhm,
on Spotify, it's like one of the most popular podcasts in the world.
mhm.
So like you bring that kind of level of exposure to the table, right?
Right, that's true. That's
And like
true.
when you lose that as well, it's not just about diehard fans. There's a lot of people who probably got into MMA, or at least watch the cards and things like that specifically because of Joe Rogan.
Fuck, man, that's gonna be a time and a half. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm here for it though.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I imagine all the other promotions, fucking Scott Coker and the guy who runs One and everything, they're just like waiting for that moment, right?
Yeah. You know,
When the longtime champion gets passed over and the new title fight is open.
no kidding, man. That's basically their red panty night. Once Dana
Yeah,
steps off, they're gonna be like, "Fuck, man, we're gonna change shit around here, bro."
those first few months of Dana being gone, I imagine they're going to get tons of offers for different things like trades or cross promotion events, or let's try this since management team change kind of thing.
For sure, man. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I I I love Dana, love Joe Rogan, but I also love the idea of seeing what's next for the promotion. Like, we'll see. Yeah. If it turns out terrible, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, maybe Dana White's just trying to sell everything he possibly can, so that when he retires, he gets like the best retirement possible, because the more the UFC is worth and everything,
Mhm.
the better he's doing himself.
For sure. No, dude, that guy's definitely like probably planning some kind of like situation where he could just get blowjobs on
Yeah,
his yacht for the rest of his life or
he's gonna,
something.
yeah, he's gonna put a laser on the moon like Dr. Evil and just go fucking live there. He's got that money, man. He's got that Bezos
Yeah,
money.
fuck you money for sure.
Yeah, goddamn 272, right?
Yeah, man. Good card. After that one, fucking UFC 273, we saw Volkanovski looking better than ever, right? Put on that fucking
Oh yeah,
clinic on Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung. God, man, what a
yeah,
beatdown. I was like, dude, man, like, and Chan Sung Jung had just had that really good match with what was that? Was that
yeah. He was
Ige or
looking
not?
good, right? People were hoping Prime Zombie would show up,
Yeah, cause like his performance
and
against
like
Ige was like awesome. Like for some
yeah,
reason he just knew out of nowhere how to counter strike his shit. And he wasn't like the zombie.
yeah, exactly, right. I mean, it's not like he hasn't looked good, right? Every one of his fights, he looks good. It's just he just doesn't happens to be a late KO one time, or whatever it is.
hmm
I think that happened twice.
Yeah, man, fucking and Volkanovski now moving up after what was that win over Max again, right? Like fuck, man.
Yeah,
I wish him all the best for that fight, man. It's Islam's gonna be a tall order, especially as a very big 155er. We'll see how that
yeah.
plays out.
And at the same time, there's always the wild card of Volkanovski being a rugby player as high as 210, 220.
hmm
How much is that extra 10 pounds of weight cut that you don't have to do gonna you always don't know, is he strong because of his size for the division, or will the extra hydration let him kind of operate even more effectively, right?
That's true, man.
Because he's not that big.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I can't wait.
Like physical height, he's not that big. So like imagine how dense his muscle is coming from a rugby player. Like that's no joke, right? So you get that extra 10 pounds. He literally might just turn into like a fucking, I don't know, a tank, like a literal tank.
Yeah, as if he's not one already. Holy fuck.
Yeah, like he's already one, but like you never know. That's always the intrigue with a dominant champion moving up, right? Like look at
Yeah.
Izzy. Seems like he was counting on his speed and everything, and he got shut down by Jan's wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like,
But I don't think he
yeah,
can
I mean, there's
wrestle as
so
good
many
as Alex.
variables.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I fucking love MMA, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
It's too much to
that's what
consider.
I'm looking forward to. The next one.
It's just fucking overload, man. I love it. And yeah, fuck.
I
Yeah.
think Charles needs to. I think Charles made every statement he could at lightweight. I think if he just, heal up, come back, try welterweight, because he'll definitely get a ranked name going there. He'll get a top 5, top 10 name, no problem.
Yeah, and I think he's got the power, man.
Start out, maybe get a few wins.
Yeah, the dude
Yeah, I
hits
mean, like he's
hard.
always been a really big guy. Even
Mhm.
like no one can say he hasn't had weight problems,
Right.
like weight cut issues and missing weight and everything, right? So same thing with Volkanovski, right? Maybe that extra freedom later in your career, it frees up your gas tank, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I'd love to see that, honestly. A lot of people think he's too wiry for it, but I think he'll do good, man. Like, this dude fucking
Yeah.
rocked fucking Gagey shit. And usually people, when they rock Gagey shit, they're gonna get rocked back, and he did not finish Gagey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were just talking about him. He was on UFC 274, and yeah, he fought Gagey that night. That's
Yeah.
when he missed weight, and even though he won, he sparked that whole
Technically
thing.
didn't
The
count.
champ has a name, right? Now everybody fucking loves saying that
Yeah.
shit. Champ has a name. His name is Islam Makhachev. Fucking Russians.
Oh yeah, and that's when Carla cleared out the arena with her exciting match versus Rose.
Oh, right, dude. Oh, painful.
Like imagine being the 30-minute separation between Chandler and Ferguson
Yeah.
and Oliveira Gagey, right?
Fuck's sake.
Like you're that 40 minute stretch where everyone got up and went to the bathroom, got a beer.
For sure, bro, dude. And honestly, I gotta be honest. I didn't watch it. I wanted to because I thought it was gonna be exciting, and for whatever reason I missed it. And then when I heard about it not being what we were hoping it to be, I haven't watched it yet. I don't want feel like
Oh
I'm gonna
man, it's
waste my
not.
time. No offense,
Yeah,
all
you're gonna waste
respect.
your time. Watch some highlights, and you'll get like maybe a 25-second video of like the few shots they threw that were mildly exciting.
Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess Rose she was too scared of the wrestling. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say I could. I have to watch it, but I don't have to, and I don't want
yeah, I don't think you have to, man.
to. Fuck's sake, man. Yeah. Definitely the worst fight of 2022, if not all time.
Yeah, one of them for sure.
I'll do spec to those two, but yeah, that was a quite a time period. After that, UFC 275, fucking yeah, Jiri. You were talking about him earlier. This is when he had that fucking war with Glover, and I just felt like
Oh yeah,
either both guys definitely could have made better decisions. We're just sitting outside the cage. You're in the thick of it, or they're in the thick of it, and it's all live decision making. But yeah, man, what a slugfest, right? Nice little sloppy barn burner.
yeah,
They grappled, they striked. It was high level, it was low level at sometimes, but fuck, man, what a nice finish for Jiri, especially over fucking black belt like Glover. That was a fucking night and a half as well.
yeah, exactly right.
Hmm. I was also in.
I mean, like it seems like that's why they want the rematch, right? Because it seemed like Glover was 30 seconds away from defending his belt.
Yeah, because
It
he was
fucking
winning,
went off the
man.
rails.
He was winning those
Yeah.
scorecards. Like everybody, he was up for sure. He was up on the scorecards. But yeah, fucking Jerry with that finish, man. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully they can seal it. I remember you saying the stuff earlier. My heart's kind of heavy on that one. Hopefully they get their rematch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's one that they both probably want. There's no way they don't.
Mm. And then I got UFC 276 there. Just past the halfway point in the year, right? Izzy, he does his thing against Jared Cannonier. At
Oh,
least
yeah,
not a Carla Esparza and Rose Namajunas 2 type of fight, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, as much as I think we mentioned it last pod. As much hate as he gets for his recent performances not being entertaining, you can't always be entertaining and reckless at this level, right? That's how you
Yeah,
lose your belt.
exactly. So, no hate. It's
Yeah.
just calling the fight as it was.
At least it's at least it's giving us the entertainment value outside the 25 minutes, right? Walking up with that urn and the Undertaker outfit or whatever.
Yeah, man. And the speech, it had me going like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yo, I want to do shit different." It's like, "Oh, he's gonna do some different shit." No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, word up to him. And then you got Volkanovski there. Again,
Yeah.
fucking active as shit. That's when he sealed the deal with Max Holloway. Got his 155-pound
3-0.
title shot.
3-0 there. Exactly.
Hmm. And then after that, end of July, Pena versus Nunes 2. Fucking Nunes, man. She said she wanted to make the fight last 25 minutes to prove a point, and I believe her. I
Yeah, I mean, I do
absolutely
too.
believe her.
I think we back when this fight happened, we were talking about it at the same time. Nunes had like an insane amount of shit on her plate at the time, right? Like,
Mhm.
didn't she just get married? They just had their first kid,
Yeah, she just
right? Her
recovered
and
from COVID as well.
yeah, she was coming out of COVID. She was in the middle of opening her own gym and everything. There's just seemed like the fight didn't go her way because just mental block, right? There's too much going on.
Hmm. But fuck, man, if
Yeah,
that was any indication,
came back.
the rematch. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say that exactly, right? I mean,
Mm.
you see the way the first fight goes, and then everything she had on her plate, and the second fight, once everything she had settled, she can focus on the fight, and it goes exactly the way it did. It's pretty straightforward.
Hmm. Fuck, man, and who knows if Pena's gonna bounce back from it? But her upset of the year, man, fucking that was no one saw that coming for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be either that one or the next card. Yeah, Usman Edwards too.
Yeah, another fucking upset. Yeah, getting to the second half here, right, where a lot of unexpected stuff was happening to the champions.
Yeah,
I think Jiri kind of set the tone for those other ones here. So yeah, fucking Edwards, losing the fight, all fight. You had fucking Henry
yeah,
Cejudo on the side there, giving Ali props. Easy money, Ali, easy money. Next thing you know,
yeah.
fucking iconic
Yeah,
line,
60.
man.
What was it? 50 something seconds left.
Yeah. Headshot, pound for pound, dead. Like holy shit, fucking cold as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we
God
saw
damn.
Brock cold, right? He got his ass beat by Paulo Costa. Kind of held his own in the beginning, but
Yeah, that whole Rockhold thing was, kind of, landed him all the respect he needed
yeah,
for his career, right? Because he's one of those guys who came into the UFC and for whatever reason they just didn't want to, promote him or they didn't want to push him.
hmm yeah, man. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we see him soon. He's been trying to get a fight. Oh yeah, he's fighting Whitaker. So there we go. Fucking let's move on from there though. Here's another one of those pay-per-views they did without a title. Diaz and Ferguson. So
Oh yeah, this one was all over the place with changes, right?
yeah, like who was the original headliner? I
It was
forgot. It-
it was Diaz and Chimaev.
oh yeah, Kamzat. Yeah, this was supposed to be
And
like.
then he missed weight by like what 7 or 8 pounds, and then they just decided to change everything.
Hmm. Yeah, that card was messy. Holy fuck. And
Yeah,
it just ended up being Diaz Ferguson, which was a strange bout in itself. Yeah, we had
yeah, exactly.
Diaz kind of clowning on Ferguson, and Ferguson, he's like, "Hey man, trying to figure shit out in my career here. if he can just keep fighting.
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
the weird thing, the universe came together and Diaz made him tap at 2 minutes and 9 seconds of the
yeah, exactly.
was that the final round, I think? Was that round 5?
Fourth
Fourth
says
round?
here.
Shit, man. And it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's clowning, just to clown, but it looked like he was exhausted. Nate Diaz.
yeah. Well, he said he didn't train. He didn't even train for Chimaev because he was like, it's my last fight. Like, fuck it.
Damn.
Fucking Diaz, man. He's like,
God damn. Of
gonna get
course.
my ass beat anyways. Why am I gonna train? And then he ends up submitting Tony Ferguson. Yeah, this card, fuck it. That was a weird time, and yeah, I think it played out kind of the way that it should have.
Yeah, kind of the way people were expecting, at least.
Yeah, so it worked out there. On from that one though, what were we on? 279? No.
Brady.
Yeah, 279 now, 280. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oliveira up.
Charlie Oliver.
That was a heartbreaker, man. When he dropped it, dropped
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, Makashev just great timing. Every time I watched the finish, he caught him slipping. Oliveira was I think he wanted to get taken down again, so he was throwing flying kicks, and then Makashev just
Yeah.
kind of took his moment to counter during his landing there, and like he said, people don't follow him when they hurt him, and he's on the ground, so fucking followed him and did what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, fucking.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough pill to swallow after, I mean, Charles Oliveira, they were saying he was in the UFC since he was like 21, 22 or something like that. So, to finally see him go on a run like that, that's like something you never see.
Yeah, not mad at it at all.
Especially when people wrote him off, right?
Yeah.
He definitely didn't have like a numerically the greatest record, and he had weight problems. And, there was always the question of like, how often did he quit in the fight? And that's why he lost, because he wouldn't, hold it together.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he definitely proved himself, and even though he lost his belt, I think his legacy is pretty much like proven and set in stone at this point. No matter, even if he gets the belt again,
Yeah, like that's why when he said that he's going to take some time off instead of getting back into it. I mean, he's been fighting what 3 times a year, 2 times a year. That's pretty goddamn often for a champion, right?
For sure, another one of the active ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if he wants time off, that's yeah, it's all good with me, man. Fucking, he's done his work, and yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think he's maybe not 145, but as far as lightweight goes, he's kind of done everything he can, right? He has a legendary streak. He won and defended the belt. He finished all the unfinishable guys,
Mm-hmm.
right? Chandler, Poirier, and Gagey in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, I'd give him good odds at welterweight. Honestly, he can grapple his ass off.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd actually like to see him, like how he contrasts with the guys there.
Yeah.
Moving on from that one though. Getting to the end here. This is the one before UFC 282, which we talked about. But yeah, UFC 281. We also saw a thing. Adesanya drop his belt as well to Powhatan. Goddamn Amazon warrior here with a left hand of adamantium or something, man.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, similar to Glover Jerry, just less shocking, right? It seemed like Easy was, gonna get at least 2 of the 3 probably on the cards, right?
Mhm.
If it had gone the distance, but he got him backed into the corner and he just didn't get out fast enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like once he had him up on the cage there and he wasn't sidestepping no more for whatever reason, maybe overconfidence or lack of stamina. Yeah, once Pereira landed, he was just like, fuck. And I remember, man, yeah, it wasn't as shocking and as crazy as Jiri and Glover, but goddamn, were you still standing up and like going like, what the fuck just happened, man?
Yeah. God
Yeah,
damn.
man. So yeah, man, what a year for MMA fans yet again. The sport just doesn't stop. Like there's always something new to see. There's always something going on that you never expect to happen, and it happens.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, Like look at the welterweight right now. Like I think Kamaru has hand surgery or something like that, so there's no 100% clear if Edwards is going to sit around and wait or if he's going to get someone
Oh
else.
shit.
I think they want to try and sell Masvidal one last time.
No, I remember
I don't
now.
want
I
to do
remember
either,
reading
but
it. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh god, because the backstory. This guy's already been gifted 2 title shots. No, I'll do Hespectful, right?
3 if you count his plastic belt,
Yeah,
his
the
bad
BMF
motherfucker
thing.
belt.
Like, oh god, all of this, all because he assaulted this guy, right? 3-piece
Yeah, and like that's
Minnesota. Like, no, it was pretty funny, and there's even a famous page on Instagram because of it. But no, man, no.
no. I mean, you could look at Muhammad, right? Bilal. He needs a title
Yeah,
shot.
dude, man, this guy's in the
That's there. If it's not Usman, it's got to be him.
yeah. This guy's been at it like Oliveira before Oliveira finally got a fucking title shot, right? Like, come on,
Yeah,
man. And he's training with Khabib now, right? Like, come on, let's do this, man. I want to see
yeah. Like
Khabib
you're.
Bilal go out there. Bilal the Eagle.
Yeah, exactly. Bilal the Eagle.
Yeah, man. Finishing people now. God damn. No, for sure.
Khabib is gonna make it a rule. You have to change your name to the Eagle if you train in our gym.
Could you imagine? Because, like,
The flock of
they
eagles.
actually do that in Muay Thai, where you change your first name instead to the camp name. So, oh no,
Really?
your last name becomes the gym name. So there's actually, in one they have like Stamp Fairtex
Yeah, things like
or
that.
Rod Tang, Senchai. Yeah,
Yeah.
their last names are correlated to their gym's names. So
Oh, that's
Fairtex is a
interesting.
gym actually. I forgot the other guys, but Fairtex is actually a gym, and she fights from
Yeah.
there. So there's once you see like other Fairtexes, it's like, oh no, they're not related, or they might be, but
Oh
they
yeah.
they all train there at the Fairtex gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having
That's
all the fighters turn their name into Eagle, not out of the realm of possibility.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, what a fucking year, bro. Yeah. All right. Well, another day, another dollar, Throbby. Um,
Exactly.
thanks as always for tuning in, all casual and hardcore fans. Thanks as always, Throbby. Any final
Yeah.
thoughts
Hell
about
of a
the year?
year.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
God damn. I don't know, man. Well, that was a lot to go over. I mean, the 3 deaths, the shoutouts there,
Yeah, man.
the amount of times the belt changes. There's some pretty drastic upsets, right? There was the Nunes one, the Edwards one, the Jiri
Right,
one.
right. Like
I mean, yeah, it's a hell of a year.
this next year, the ground has already been set for us fans, like to see like what the fuck's gonna happen next.
Yeah, I mean, like they're starting off with which one was the starting one? Glover and Jamahal. That's
Yeah,
gonna
that'll be
be,
the first pay per
if
view.
Glover wins, it kind of resets the situation. But I mean, Jamahal, if he gets a win there, that's everyone else is on equal ground going
Yeah.
to that title shot because there's no point of reference, right? When you reach down all the way to number
Right.
7.
Yeah, the whole division and all the fan base, all the MMA fans. That's gonna be starting the year with a what the fuck, right?
Yeah, like he wins. Like who's his last? Like like you always got to look at their last loss because there's some drama to be
Yeah.
had there. Who's the last guy to beat Hill?
Let's see. Paul Craig. And Paul Craig's down there. He's
Okay.
making his way up too. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Could you imagine?
like Usman was making his way up when when Leon had lost to him.
Yeah.
Look where they are now, right? You never know.
Holy fuck. That's great. We fucking will end it on that one. That's fucking awesome. Alright, man. So,
Yeah.
thanks as always. This is the Hespect MMA podcast. It is December 27. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Boxing Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, happy holidays, Throbby.
New Year's.
Yeah, happy New Year's. We'll see you guys in the next year. And, fuck, that's it, man. Thanks again. We out.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace out, bro. Take care. Hey, thank you so much for listening in on today's episode of the Hespect MMA podcast. If you'd like to connect with me and discuss your own responses over anything MMA related, come follow my Instagram or Twitter at Hespect MMA Pod. And for those of you listening in via YouTube, remember to hit that like and subscribe button to show some continued love and support. Appreciation to you, and tune on in the next episode. Much Hespect.